Second graders are trying to save the African Meeting House in Boston from federal budget cuts. The nation's oldest black church building, still standing, is run by the Museum of African American History. As we reported earlier this year, the federal government says it's taking back $500,000 in funding. The White House says the grant that it had awarded no longer aligns with the administration's priorities. But as WBZ's Paul Burton reports, the young students are taking up the cause and they're refusing to quit without a fight.
We're in an amazing historic space. There are not a lot of existing structures that were built by African Americans, used by African Americans, and lived in by African Americans in this nation.
Chief Curator Angela Tate is talking about the African Meeting House in Boston. Built in 1806, it's the oldest black church in America, and its halls tell the stories of great leaders who spoke here, like Frederick Douglass.
Our museum was part of the sweep of organizations and institutions said to be un-American, and that our narratives around African American history were not patriotic.
WBZ reported on this story back in April when the museum received notice that their $500,000 federal grant from the Institute of Museum and Library Services was in jeopardy. The IMLS grant was the largest gift the museum has ever received. Now it's been taken away, impacting both staffing positions and programs.
That funding was critical for our future. We will make it through, but we also are very, very dependent upon the support of the community.
And that support has arrived in a very unusual way.
And the Advent Meeting House needs your help.
The Advent School on Beacon Hill second grade class has been studying changemakers and social movements. They recently took a field trip to the African Meeting House. When they heard about the cuts in federal funding, they rallied together to help raise awareness. They wrote letters to their community and even advocated at the State House to help raise funds.
We need to keep this museum as supported as possible so other kids can learn too this incredibly important history.
For 8-year-old Anna Lou, it was important for her and her classmates to take action.
All those amazing change makers that were there and supportive of the abolitionist movement, it just shows how much work they did.
The museum says they've already raised more than $100,000 in donations from the community. For Angela Tate, it's a gift for future generations.
So the fact that these second graders are living this legacy of this space is amazing and inspirational.
In Boston, I'm Paul Burton, WBZ News.